everybody, Susu! Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be checking out the trailer for The Sims 4 latest expansion pack, The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. I'm not actually a big fairies player, I'm not that into occults, so I'm really excited to watch this trailer to see what else is going to be offered in this expansion pack. So let me know in the comments down below if you're super excited for fairies or if you're like me and looking for the other gameplay in this pack as well. So get comfy, get a tea, get cozy. I'm also really excited I get to wear my sparkly green eyeshadow I've had for ages and I've been wanting to use. It's just teaming with the theme today. Anyway, let's jump into it. Keep in mind, I'll probably change the music because it will be copyrighted. Ooh, a big rock, fairies, fruit tree, fun shoes, lots of sparkles, and oh, back to a regular sim. Maybe she was just dreaming, yet a dream. Some nice hair and clothing. Oh, what? Okay. That's exciting, all of these plants. Aspiration Nature Nomad. I'm liking this. I'm a big fan of gardening in The Sims, so any more gardening we can get. I'm excited about heck yes to the gnome love. Aww. Oh, it does look really pretty. Oh my gosh, that is an amazing hat. What is she gonna make? Ooh, forage here. Okay, so collectibles look to be a little bit easier in this pack. Did she just eat a whole frog? She's feeling a little stanky. She can bathe in this beautiful waterfall. Nice. And she's sleepy and she can just sleep on the ground. So I guess you can just enjoy nature and rely on nature more than we've ever been able to before. Oh no, she's got sinus problem. Little store here, maybe she can get some kind of elixir to help out. Oh, it's kind of like, ooh, shrub potion. Oh, I love the paper bags. Oh, it looks like Hobbiton. That was exciting to see. Cute. We're gonna like break down all of this for sure, bit by bit. There's a lot to break down actually. Simoleon fever. A little truffle. Creation impulse. Just thinking, well, I remember this tree. Perhaps I can make something to cure it from that. Little house party with the fairies, cute. Ooh, I love that animation. I hope that's in the game. That's cool. Aww. Ooh. More gameplay, more fairies, June 26th. Okay. Okay, we have so much to break down. So I guess available July 10. Where are we now? 13th of June, so a little under a month away. Purchased by August 21st to get the Fairy Garden digital content. Dang it, I always want the bonus stuff, so I always have to pre-order it. Lofty Leaf Pond, I wonder what the scale of that is actually. If it's like really small or if it's quite big. A lantern with mushrooms in it and a disguised dwelling fairy home. So that looks like something that fairies can actually interact with, which that's actually a pretty good incentive to want to get that, to be honest. Well, let's go back to the start. But this is the first look, I guess, we have at the new world, which we will read about in the blog. But it does look like this is actually nestled in a giant tree. So I wonder if we're going to have a very detached neighborhood from what is our normal reality and definitely looks more like an occult world. Then we have a fairy here, new headpiece. Looks like new eyeshadow earrings. It's pretty cute. Then there's this mysterious rock over here, which actually reminds me of Zelda, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom a lot, funnily enough. And then there's this magical tree over here as well. And again, this looks like a very occult, magical world. Look at, I got excited by these shoes. These shoes are quite cute. I think there's some giant mushrooms in the background. And then we realized that maybe this was just a dream, or maybe she's daydreaming, and we kind of look at a more normal home. I think those are 4-leaf clover earrings, very nice. So yeah, the home, in contrast to what we just saw, looks very bland, very boring, and a little bit stripped of personality. So I think she wants to get away from this. But we do have some really cool hairs and very technology focused as well. I like the storytelling in this trailer. I adore these hairs, actually. I think this curly hair is really gorgeous, and I love the character design too. And this hair is really cool as well. Nice necklace, dress, gorgeous knit, hoodie's nice. And she looks a little sad, and they're like, I wonder why she's so sad. And we realize, well, this is her true personality and calling in life, not what's in the other rooms. And this looks just fantastic. This is such a cool room. It got me really excited actually seeing this. It looks like in this trailer, we're again seeing Art Nouveau as a main art and decor and architecture style, as well as arts and crafts movement. This bed is looking like Arts Nouveau kind of style. This room is really cool. I love seeing all the plants. I can see some new plants here, which gets me very excited because I can never have too many plant pots in The Sims, and some little figurines as well as some wall type of things. These little acorn figurines are gorgeous, and you really big plant people will probably be able to recognize what kind of plants these are. But I love this one. This little creeper over here. We've got some new shelves, a new bed. And I'm just trying to see how many of these plants are actually living. Ooh, there's some nice lilies over there. So it would be really cool if we get some new plants. Oh, this is looking pretty. Oh my gosh, and plant pot tending. I just realized this later on in the video, but yay! And then we get to see this pretty mirror in the background with foliage around it. And then her parents seem to be saying something like, you should follow your aspiration. And we see this aspiration, nature nomad. So aspiration unlocked, I guess. And I guess she aspires to find more about nature. Nice like tree, stumpy table thing over here too. So this is part of the world of Innisgreen, and I really love that it's a seaside little village. And I'm hoping we have a few lots that are closer together and less like spread out across the world. I don't mind having this smaller neighborhood. It can be hard to see which are actual lots, but it's usually the houses which have a bit more detail on them. So yeah, this looks really cute. I hope we can have this house right here so you can have like your own jetty, or at least the illusion of one. It would be really cool if these lots are side by side. This shipwreck is really cool. And there's actually some Sims swimming here as well, so you can interact with the water. This giant gnome, amazing. And so we can locate where it was. We're just back here. Looks like there's a little gnome store. Maybe you can actually buy gnomes from here, although it also looks like it's carrying like a baked pie or something, so probably a food stall. That's really cute, and it's got little butterflies on it, so we might see more butterflies in this world. Nice outfits as well. I'm very excited to check out Creator Sim. This is interesting. This looks like some kind of tree you can interact with a bit of a old tree beard looking face on it. Behind my head, there's this Art Nouveau style coming through, fantasy storybook, some Sims just sitting and enjoying the outdoors. And I love the floral skirt and what looks like a headband, and some fun boots. And then some little fairy wings for the kids. And this looks like maybe it's a rabbit hole or a decorative house because the windows you can't see through. And what is she doing here? She's making something. I wonder if it's a flower pressing book because she's pressing down on it. Oh, and look at this. She's got all this painting on her arms. Maybe you can get your arms painted or something. Some really interesting fencing here. A new swing set behind my head. He's also got this like fairy wing fade in his hair. Lots of planters. Looks like neighbors are beach combing for stuff. I have to say, one of my favorite things in this trailer is actually the water can and bird nest on this Sim's head. I think that is so cute with the beard with the flowers in it. This is a really, really cute and different item to have in the game, and does feel very magical. And then she's like, well, man, I'm hungry, so we can actually forage on the ground. It looks like anywhere you can forage for stuff, or it looks like you can also sleep anywhere too. So this will be great, particularly for rags to riches. I know James is gonna really like this. So she's picked up a mushroom, sage, and a frog. Oh, look at all these mushrooms over here, cute. An eggplant frog, and she can actually eat the eggplant frog. Oh we have a little gnome over here dancing about. She's feeling stinky. She can bathe in the water. Cute swimsuit as well. And then when she's tired, she can sleep on the ground. And then she's woken up sick. I feel like her parents were like, yes, go out into the world. And now she's having to like live off the land. Okay, then she gets sick with an ailment. So it looks like you'll have ailments that you need to cure. So she's got a sonic sinus. And from this looks like a community board with mushrooms and acorns in it. That's kind of cool. Maybe from here we can learn about who can help us with ailments. Look at all these plants. And then I guess we find the ailment sim who can help us. And this is where I wonder when we read the blog if we'll find out if there's an apothecary skill because we have herbalism in outdoor retreat. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work because these look potentially closely related. If you harvest these ingredients, I will reward you with a cure. So it looks like they're utilizing the same thing that they had in Henford on Bagley, where you do tasks for some of the neighbors in town, and then you get stuff in return. And I actually really loved that gameplay. I think that was really nice. I'm glad they're doing this again. Harvest petals, bottle moody shrub potion. Ooh, we can bottle stuff. Nice build in the background here. And I love when they deliver things in paper bags. I don't know why I love the paper bags so much. So he then creates some kind of tonic. Or no, what is she eating? Okay, so she eats this thing. She doesn't actually drink a potion. Maybe that's the way they're going about it so it's not too close to herbalism. And then bam, she's like fully setting up her own potion area. This is beautiful building. These look like half walls to me that then have this gorgeous wisteria or something pinned across it. Those look like really beautiful items to decorate walls with, and the mushroom shelves here are really beautiful. Lots of really nice nature inspired stuff. A new sink. I guess this is maybe an apothecary workstation where she can mix up some stuff. And then this had me so excited because this reminds me of the Shire, the Hobbiton from Lord of the Rings. It looks like a hobbit hill. And this is really cute. So I've got to say the building style, I mean, I don't know until we actually look at build and buy, which we will. I do think it is different enough to Realm of Magic because I feel like it's closer to nature with actual like wood and moss around the door frames. And this is really cute. We are definitely going to make a Hobbit Hill. I've already actually built one before, but we'll build another one. She's got all of these plants here. It does look like we are getting new plants. These look more like succulents. Some lilies. Ooh, I'm excited for all of this gardening. I really hope there's actually more to the gardening system. And maybe with seasons. And then she's just continuing to sleep outside until she actually builds herself this gorgeous house. And also see that she's meditating down here, which I'm so into that. I like to meditate myself. I actually should meditate today. And I think it's a really lovely way to anchor yourself back into nature. So meditation included in this pack is a great idea. And yeah, looking at this build style, yeah, it looks like it's standing on its own. I was a little concerned it would be too much like Realm of Magic, but I think there's a healthy distinction between the two pack styles. And it's really beautiful. Spandrels and columns and fences. I don't know, because I'm not really into occulty stuff, I'm not sure how often I'll use this style of building, but I think if you are an occult player, you're gonna love it. Or if you love kind of creating magical worlds with your Sims. These seats are very cute too. She set herself up really well. We've got a new kitchen counter set and cupboards. These look like maybe alchemy items. So yeah, the windows are really cute. I'll be curious to see what kind of swatches we get. A nice little top here and pants, scalloped edges and frills. It's very like fairy-like, folksy-like. And it looks like she's got a friend who's not feeling so good. She's got a simoleon fever. She's got simoleons all over her. Does that mean she's become super greedy or something? Not to worry, she's gonna create a little box of treats and she's feeling good again. This is funny. Creation impulse. He's got paint all over him. That's cute. Oh, new fireplace here. New little gnome picture behind my head, a mirror, new flooring, and chairs. and she remembers that there is this magical tree somewhere. And this is where I think you have to maybe enter like a fairy magical occult world, just because when you look in the background, there's like glowing mushrooms and stuff that doesn't exist in our normal reality. So yeah, she's definitely in some magical realm right now. Maybe it'll be a secret world and she needs to find. And then she realizes, oh my gosh, there's like a fairy house. Maybe this is the way you become a fairy. If not through Creator Sim, you might have to go meet some fairies in this world. And they poof her with some fairy dust. And I love this animation. I really, really hope that'll actually be in the game and it's not just in the trailer, because that looked really fantastic. And then we have this lovely group of fairies which have fairy outfits. I love this hair with the bun. That looks really pretty, and this like leafy tiara or headpiece. We've seen this crown and the beard, seeing that again. So very, very much fairy coded, although this dress could be used as regular outfit too. And then you can see the fairy flies around and lifts her up. A beautiful animation. It actually gives her little baby wings, which maybe they grow into bigger wings. And then she herself is a fairy, and there's this like shiny water and rainbow, and it looks very beautiful. As far as fairy aesthetic goes, it's very kind of Tinkerbell looking, leaf inspired, kind of what we've seen in as previous fairy representations in The Sims and what we would expect to see. So yeah, that's analyzing the trailer. Let's see what the blog has to say. All right, so this is on EA.com. It's a blog post about the pack. So become one with the natural world in The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature. I'll kind of scan through this so we don't have to read the whole thing, but get, you know, the gist of it. So The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack welcomes you all to Inner Screen, a beautifully lush and wonderful land where Sims and nature live in perfect or chaotic harmony. If you're ready to answer nature's call, this links to the Nature's Calling event, which actually begins on June 24th before this pack comes out. Let's dig deeper into the whimsical soil of Inner Screen. So it gives a few like dot point clues about what's in the pack. Fairy dust, inny green, an emphasis on the green. I don't know if that's meant to say Inner Screen or if it probably is meant to say inny green. It's all about balance and recovery, so natural remedies perhaps, meditation, living off the land, and also letting us know that there will be community builds featured in this pack, which is great. We have some really cool screenshots where we get to see a little bit more. So fairy outfit, makeup, hairpiece. There's actually 2 mini fairies dancing over here, so you might be able to do a few things while in a more miniature state as a fairy. Some really cool like wallpaper and fairy designs, a new plant down here, maybe a little fairy house. We might have a few different types of fairy houses that we can use. Some new gnomes. Yes, for the gnomes. So it says here, with Mother Nature's guidance, Sims can become a fairy. And once they complete their transformation, so there might be a few days of like a transformation period, which is why we saw Little Wings, which is really cute. They'll have the choice to go down 2 very different paths, haha, buddy. So you can be a harmonious fairy who wants to aid other living things in finding health and balance, or you can be a discordant fairy, which is a mischief maker who loves to stir up chaos and make everyday life harder for Sims around them. So a chaotic fairy or a harmonious fairy. And I believe it'll be like our existing occult systems where you can unlock different levels. And often there is also a middle lane you can stay in. Fairies can have abilities that let them nurture plants. That could be really handy. Manipulate objects, change the moods of others, and more. But be wary of emotional starvation. So instead of living off food, fairies actually absorb emotions to survive, either directly from other Sims or they may have bottled emotion potions. That's pretty cool. Failure to do so may welcome their untimely demise. Okay, so as a fairy, you can't die of food starvation, but you can die from emotional starvation if you're not feeding off others' emotions or from little bottles. You can customize what your fairy looks like with lots of different wings, skin tones, ears, teeth, head, accessories, glowing tattoos, and more. They can also use fairy charm to deliver a special woohoo. Oh my lord. Don't worry though, non-fairy Sims, you can have some magical fun with fairy dust, using it to enchant plants and bring gnomes to life and more. Ooh, bringing gnomes to life. life will be cool. So whether fairy sim chooses to sow wonder or spark chaos, you're a sim with very interesting neighbors. It's just the beginning of your fairy tale. Ooh, now this is interesting. I think these are going to be the 3 different neighborhoods of Innisgreen. So there's 3 neighborhoods, each one connecting you to nature in their own way. So there's the coast of Admore, which is the peaceful seaside village we saw, where everyday sims enjoyed life's simple pleasures. Love the look of this world. Stepping out of town brings us to Spruce Dairy Grove, a vibrant blend of friendly shops, cozy homes, and draping ivy that blur the line between civilization and natural world. So kind of the in-between, maybe. And then finally, we venture deep into the magical forest of Everdew. Cute name, a thick and mysterious woodland humming with enchanting energy. That's Everdew, or this is Everdew? This looks like more like an in-between world, to me anyway. Innisgreen is full of new adventures, skills, and traits. So there is an apothecary table, which I imagine is tied to an apothecary skill, where you can make natural remedies to balance moods, and obviously make remedies for yourself if you get sick or others. You can also seek out Mother Nature, maybe that was the head in the tree, and embark on a transformative journey to become a fairy. You can be a plant parent, love, and fill your home with new houseplants. Or you could unlock your inner nature nomad, which is an aspiration to dwell among the trees and just live off the land. So yeah, you could do like a whole rags to riches that way, I imagine. So yeah, we can see that this sim is sick. This sim has an ailment they've made. Cool necklace. The necklace looks like it has like a tattoo underneath. Oh my god, it's Gandalf gnome over here. That's funny. Yeah, lots of cool little knickknacks here. This plant looks like it's actually doing something, or maybe it's been sprinkled with fairy dust. There's also some really nice vintage floral pictures over here on the wall, and this looks like a new, I mean, it could be a new wallpaper, or it could be like a decal tile. They have been doing a few of those recently. So living with nature is more than just hugging trees. You'll need to respect the natural world and promote a balanced coexistence. So Sims must be emotionally grounded and find that balance or welcome the chaos. So is that kind of the meditation we saw? When Sims start to lose their balance and become imbalanced, life can get a little harder to navigate. I know, right? For example, one may acquire new skills more slowly, or their everyday needs may become harder to solve. Oh, that might actually be really annoying. So if they are in that imbalanced territory, that's when the ailments and sickness can come up. So they may become something called the greenie meanie, and with this ailment, Sims can complete and learn gardening tasks faster than normal, but they're also really angry and prone to outbursts that are off-putting to other Sims. There's also an emotional void, Simoleon fever, and sonic sinuses, to name a few other ailments. So you're gonna want to keep your Sims in balance. That will be interesting. But imbalance isn't the end, it's simply the beginning of a new journey. Maybe it's kind of like the system in Snowy Escape where they would like become overworked. All the midlife crises that we have, what was that in Parenthood? Where you then need to solve it. Maybe it'll be kind of a similar system, which does actually make the game a little more chaotic and fun. So ailments can vanish and moods can improve with cures and elixirs crafted from the new apothecary table. There's new ingredients like the lightning root, aura blossom, found while gardening and foraging. Love that. And they can follow intricate recipes for treatments with fantastical effects. With enough practice, one can take on the elixir enthusiast aspiration. So I wonder if they'll be in Creator Sim or if you have to work up to that, or become a naturopath, a new profession that serves to cure fellow Sims of their curious ailments. Oh, cool, a naturopath profession. So that's another way to make money. Sims living in Innisgreen may experience good, ordinary, or bad luck. This is when the clover comes in, which could affect their career, love, life, cooking, foraging, and other interactions. Lucky for you, there are 2 luck charms that can be found, purchased, or made at your apothecary table, which will modify your Sims' luck for good or bad. Oh, okay, so maybe that the clover charms we already spotted are those like charms that'll help you have more luck. It'd be good if there was like a lucky trait too. So in this screenshot, Sims are bathing nearby. There's like a little fairy door down here. A plant she's tending to, some tattoos, little shelves, very indoor outdoor kind of house design, and some new flooring and rugs. So then it continues to say Innisgreen is about embracing a simple life with balance, with nature, eating fresh caught fish, sleeping in grass, foraging. So they're really emphasizing this living off the land culture in Innisgreen. But if you don't want to give up hot showers and cozy beds, you can try the plant parent life instead and welcome lots of living houseplants inside your home. Oh, they're not just decoration like they've been in the past. They'll actually need water, care, and constant companionship. So yeah, we have seen the Sims in the screenshots or in the trailer actually like spraying plants, which we haven't previously seen. So that's cool. They'll actually have to take care of their plants. And I wonder if this will also be added to when you have base game plants or plants from other packs as well. Now, do you aspire to be an elixir enthusiast, a nature nomad, or ... Hey, does that mean those are the two aspirations, or are they kind of hinting that there's a third? I guess we'll wait and see. You make the Sims. Oh, so this is about the community builds in the pack. So creators, the Cracked Kiba, the Sims Girls, Nina Schmidt, and Sandra Piker built some of the unique lots. I always love seeing them continue to get community creators involved in building the worlds because it just means you get so many different styles of builds and they're really considered and a lot of work is put into them, which is always really great to see and quite inspiring as well for my own gameplay and builds. They take inspiration from the architecture and aesthetics of island and Celtic artistry. I really love this build right here. This looks really beautiful. So this cracked Kiba, otherwise known as Megan, built community lots, Whistling Thistle Gardens, and the Star Sung Lounge, as well as 8 Gnome Coast Street. This looks stunning. Really beautiful. So yeah, there's a bit more information about these builds that I'll be very excited to check out when the expansion comes out because it looks like they've done an amazing job. I also love the use of terrain in this house and like these beautiful gardens. This looks like the actual treetop neighborhood where it looks like the lots are sitting in the trees. This might be interesting to see how it works with scale in the world. It might be quite different to what we've seen before. It says this quaint home built in one of the largest trees in the forest is made more beautiful by the neighborhood's denizens. That's cool, and they've even got quotes from them as well. Adding some colorful lighting makes it a big difference, says Nina, and now we can place plants on roofs, which adds a lot of whimsy to the build. Oh, that's awesome. I was thinking when we saw the Hobbit house how they did that, but yeah, it looks like plants can actually be placed on roofs, which will be amazing. I assume it'll be in a base game update. Sandra said, to be able to bring some real life research to this pack felt surreal. I feel very honored. And as a result, it inspired me to do the best I can for my builds, as she is from Ireland. That's cool. So I guess the world is based on Ireland. I think there was rumors that it was based on New Zealand. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is the size of that free item. Wait, I'm so confused by scale right now. No, it's like the size of these fairy houses and these trees are probably the correct scale next to it. Oh yeah, so that's a cool piece. I assume the water will be running, so that's cool. So that's the fairy house you'll unlock as well, and the little lanterns, which they really are quite cute. So just going back to somethingisgrowing.com, this was actually an official teaser website The Sims created to tease this pack. This was actually a real life model that they photographed. And when I first reported on this, I was confused if it was computer generated or not. And I think it's so cool that they actually built this. And I imagine they wanted it to look kind of like a terrarium or miniature model to go with this fairy idea, and fairies being small, it kind of connects the two. But I have to say, I was kind of hoping there was going to be some kind of integration of this with the trailer to kind of link them together, or maybe something to do with the gameplay, like, I don't know, terrariums in the game or something. A terrarium making skill, I don't know. I just thought there would be a stronger link between the marketing and the actual pack. So I guess we can wait and see if more is coming, but I just thought I would ask you guys the question if you felt this had you expecting more or not necessarily. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video with me. Definitely subscribe for more if you would like to see gameplay of this pack when it comes out. I'll definitely be playing it, going through it all, reviewing it, and I'm actually really curious to see if this meets the expectations of an expansion pack, because In the past, occults have been represented mostly through game packs, like vampires, spellcasters, so it'll be interesting to see how this works as an expansion pack. I'm really looking forward to checking it out. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Thank you to my amazing members for all your support. If you'd like to become a member, you get a bonus video every week, as well as a library of existing members' videos. I think there's over 100 videos now with behind the scenes work that I do, off camera that I wouldn't usually post, and office tour and all sorts of little things, members challenges and whatnot. So definitely check that out if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, night, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Dag dag!